Every 10 minutes, one Malaysian is struck down, a victim of brain attack. Stroke is the third largest killer in Malaysia, with over 50,000 new cases every year. For a disease that is so prevalent, there is so little information, so little help.
That's the main aim of NASAM, is to tell the public, to educate them to the fact that stroke can strike anyone of any age at any time. But there's hope for a full recovery after a stroke through proper rehabilitation, and to let them know that stroke is like any other disease, is preventable.
The National Stroke Association of Malaysia, NASAM, is the first non-profit organization in Southeast Asia concerned solely with providing rehab services for stroke survivors and support to their families.
There is considerable benefits for any stroke patient at any time of their illness to get proper rehabilitation to maximize their functional capacity.
NASAM's rehab services include physiotherapy, occupational therapy and speech therapy, conducted by professional therapists and assisted by trained volunteers. Members and volunteers come together in group therapy sessions 5 times a week to keep up their therapy routines and to gain inspiration from each other.
朝早我一定要嚟8-3嘅啊，日都嚟嘅，好開心啊！嚟到好開心咯，好開心咯。
Counseling helps with the emotional health of both patients and their families.
Sometimes when they're depressed, they can't get to the next step, you know. So when we sit them down and try and talk to them and help them with moving ahead, we've seen great progress. We've seen empowerment.
Social activities like gardening, cooking, singing, art and craft are also planned for strokies and their families to encourage them to enjoy life.
When I saw my strokies performing on stage at the 10th anniversary fashion show, I was so proud. It takes tremendous courage for them to go on stage and to perform, to be able to walk there with pride and really celebrate the fact that there is life after stroke and that they're helping themselves. This is what NASAM is all about. Go out there, face the world and say, I had a stroke, but I'm not afraid. And that's why at NASAM, our approach to rehabilitation is holistic. We look at not just the physical part, but at the emotional and at the psychological aspect of healing. And there lies the NASAM difference.
Other NASAM activities include talks, forums, public events, and publicity materials to increase awareness about stroke prevention and rehabilitation, and fundraising events.
NASAM offers a whole range of services under one roof for a nominal sum. Everything is heavily subsidized, but we know we're providing an excellent service to the stroke survivors. And so we have to work hard at fundraising, and we have to depend on the generosity of the Malaysian public.
And what I like mainly about this place, it goes across the board. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, it makes it affordable to anyone and everyone.
We get our financial assistance from business people and from individuals who will give financial help. This is what the strokies need. We have to get funds.
NASAM has grown from a single centre in 1996 to 7 centres today.
The birth of NASAM represents a significant milestone in the development of stroke rehabilitation programs in Malaysia. Its rehabilitation program, its stroke prevention program, and overall contribution to the community is enormous and invaluable.
People have strokes every day. Tons of people have strokes every day. But what you will see is that the majority of them spend the rest of their lives in their homes, cooped up, laying there until they move on. And it's sad. It's sad when you see that, because the people need to know that there is NASAM. People need to know that there is an organization where they can go to get support, not only for the person, the stroke survivor, but also for themselves as caregivers. You know, you can get support from other caregivers here. You are not alone.
Ya, saya selalu masuk LASAM sini, ada orang jaga ya. Saya kira singa.
NASAM is the thing which stroke patient can depend on.
Very good, very encouraging.
And it really helps. It really helps them emotionally and physically as well.
NASAM would be really hope, not just for the stroke patient, but for the family members also.
The great difference is here you get personal care.
All the staff is very good here.
A lot of friends here.
NASAM is God's gift to the strokies.
I hope NASAM will continue to help people like me.
So we really need volunteers. If you're out there, if you've got a good heart, if you've got patience, NASAM is a wonderful place where you can contribute.
You're my angel.
I am often awed by the sheer willpower of my strokies. They fight to beat the despair and depression. They fight to beat the fear that grips them, and they fight to get themselves stronger. And it's a tough battle, but it's really awesome. It's really, really awesome.
I love gardening. Before the stroke, I can do all these wonderful things. After the stroke, I can't even walk, can't even use my right hand. So I prayed and I said, God, grant me my wish that one day I'll be able to kneel down and just touch the grass. Here I am. So there is life after stroke.
Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms, just say the word and there you are.
NASAM is working towards that day when basic stroke support services will be available in all major towns throughout Malaysia. Through a combination of public information, pressure and concerted action, NASAM hopes to show by example that stroke support services in the community can begin with the stroke survivors, carers and friends.
To my lips, to my arms, just say the word and there you are. Just help yourself to the love in my heart. Your smile has always